have one schedule here. This is a commissioning schedule. So if I see the details, this is around 7 packages has to be commissioned. So it has different types of activities like, for example, piping, structural, civil work, everything is there. So I'm going to use this thing as a template to see how we can share this schedule in Excel, similar like P6. This is what we are trying for first. So simply copy it. We'll take a new template. That means new Excel sheet. Simply paste this Excel, the P6 into Excel. That's it. That means no template has to be created. First, we'll create it on a blank sheet, the P6 schedule. And then in Plan Excel, you click on P6 W6 WBS format. So you can see that the WBS format has been created now. So there are some additional fields also created. So these new fields are the one which will help us to blend between the P6 schedule and the Plan Excel template. So this is the original data what was available from the P6, and these are the new data which has been brought in. So what is happening? What happened now is that there is grouping also added. So for example, if I want to see at level 1, this is the level 1 schedule, then level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, and level 7. This is the last one. So this way, if you are giving it to any construction engineer, it's very easy for him to drill down to see which level his activities are and to perform it based on that. And we can add on to it the quantitative hours and all the things. That is an additional add on to it. But from the schedule point of view, to identify what are his scope, what are the things he has to look into, this method is helpful. This method is also helpful with respect to the creation of WBS levels in filters. So apart from this grouping, Planaxel also is creating WBS levels. So we have the same 6 levels starting from 0. So it is a total 7 levels. If I want to see only the first level, it is 0. Then it is 1. Then 0, 1 and 0. Then, so like this, you will get the same information. The difference between these two is that if you are using filter, you cannot be able to open it up. But if you are using the grouping, you can easily open it up and see only for that particular group what is the details. So that is a major difference between this filtering and this informant. So the way you want to use it, you can use it to reduce the dates. What are you looking for? Okay. Now we have this basic data now. Now we want to create the visual part with respect to the Gantt chart. So we need to blend this thing into the Plan Excel template. So for that, the first thing required is an ID, which is a unique one. So Plan Excel has already created this ID for you. And then the titles has been brought in based on this, the WBS title name as well as the activity title name. And we have the type of activities like the summaries or the activities. Then the parent ID, which is the method by which Plan Excel defined the WBS, and then the WBS level. So we'll create a similar fashion for the Plan Excel template. So we'll modify this. We can cut and paste. All these things are additional columns. Okay. We'll use this budgeted units and budgeted labor units. One is for the cost and one is for the man hours. So we'll use this to create the man hour histogram and manpower histogram. This one also we'll use it to create the OWF, and then we'll create the S curve. And then we'll also see how the S curve has to behave with respect to how the project has to perform. So all of these things we can use it understand based on the disciplines what is been defined and also the packages which is being defined against each of them. And we have some commodities also. We want to create this plan actual forecast. So like with this information, you are able to dissect the complete P6 schedule into the Excel methods, whatever we wanted. Okay, so for that, now I'm going to reorder it. Okay, so we have the starting with the activity ID, then we have title, then we have start and finish, then we have the 3 WBS, then we can bring this also in front. Then we have the original durations. These are durations will not be used by us because They're not doing any calculation with respect to durations. If you have to have a perfect duration, then we have to define the calendars, whatever is there in P6 in Plan Excel also. Then only then this dates may match, because otherwise it will be considering only the full days as working days. Then we have the resources. Then we have few for the codes. Okay, so this codes also I will bring it forward. Okay, fine. So now I'm going to create the Plan Excel template. So in the Plan Excel template, we have the first two as activity ID and title. Then we have start and finish. We have the activity type. Then we have the parent ID. Then we have the WBS level. Budgeted labor, we'll use the distribution values. And for the labor, we'll use the budget values. Then for the disciplines, we'll start using our user-defined columns, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So this way we created the template. Now, in order to have the groupings along with us, then we have to select it from the rows. So this will maintain the groups for us. Now you can see that this is the ID, this is the title, start, finish, activity type, parent ID, this thing. This is the budgeted units, this is the budgeted values, these are user defined. And we need one more column, I believe. This is the activity name is also there. So we can bring one more column. Okay. So we can shift this info from here. Okay. So this way we are in line with the P6 columns. We can copy and paste and then replace all the headings similar to P6 itself. Then we can delete this row. This has come as a text, so we'll convert it into values. Okay, so now we have a total of 47,050 and 235,000. When I do a calculate, now it is all in line with the P6 Plan Excel template. So if I do a calculation, then it should match with the number. Yeah, so it is matching. So if I remove it also, you can see it will bring in all the values back as the original what is coming from P6. Because now we can see that it is all in line. Even this one also for the dates. Yes, it has brought in the dates also, the same values also, and calculate again. So now it is everything is in line with the P6 schedule. We have to go do one check with respect to the dates. All the dates should be a valid date. So if you have any star or something, you need to remove that star. And if you have any actual dates also, that also has to be removed. But you can, because normally when P6 is putting an actual, it is in the form of NA. So you can always go with a find and replace. In this method, you can convert it into a date. And we can do a data date, same as the as on date. So whenever you are doing a scheduling, there will not be any change with respect to the data. So now we have the schedule information. I will just use it here. Now, first thing we need to do is to align the calendar with respect to the scheduled dates. So we have a calendar from 18th August to 4th of March. So here our calendar is starting from February. So you can go to Plan Excel settings, calendar, change this thing to say July, 1st of July. Okay. I will go with the monthly calendar, apply changes. So it's from July to March. Sorry, we need one more extra month. Sorry, it is approved. Change the Now the calendar has come from 20 July to July, 1 year. Now we are in line now. You can click on Gantt chart. So this has created the bar chart for us. I'll hide the columns. This is not required for us now. So now you can see the schedule has been brought in with the bar charts. Same like last time, if you want to show the WPS bars, you can bring the WPS bars also. Now it is like a template created in Excel itself, and it is ready for sharing. And anybody can drill down, you can filter it out, whatever information you want to take it out from here. It is ready for sharing now. Now we'll do further things. We have the quantities here. We have the labor units here. We can create manpower histogram from here. So for that, I'll go for the show distribution. So this has created the man-hour distribution for us. To create summarize selected, I will use this packages as for my grouping. The data value I'll use as the budgeted units and the calendar. And take it from here to here. Yeah, so we have the now the man-hour histogram. It is all detailed one. We can collapse it to the entire field to show you the breakup at this level. So we can ignore this blank. So this is a 47,015 is the total value what we have. And then this is the histogram with respect to the different packages, how we are doing it. So if you want to see from the discipline point of view, this is the discipline point of view. And for each discipline, how we are going to spend the man hours. Now we can convert this thing into an S curve, progress S curve based on the cost. So we can bring in the OWF. So we have the OWF columns. We are going to bring the OWF based on the uh, budgeted cost. So this is the so we have the OWF now. So we can use this OWF for creating our S curve. So if you want to use this thing for the distribution also, we need to change this particular column's values into this one to show the distribution. So either we can duplicate this template and use it, and then keep this thing for reference. Either way, whichever is convenient for you, you can use that one. The overall weight factors, we can go to Excel, boards, boards, fine. Now I'll show you the different things when it happens to the separate chart options. Okay, now I'm going to show you the S curve based on this. So I'll save this report, view, it'll ask for the template, add it. Okay, I'll leave it as it is now. Graphical S curve. Now this is the S curve. which has been brought in. Again, I have one problem here. Settings. Now, if I want to split that S curve, so now this is my S curve values. Now, if I want to see the how each of those packages are to be progressed, I can use the separate options. So in the settings, in the reports, S curve, we can select and how you want to separate the S curve. So if I'm saying that I want to see it on against each package, I can select that package and then I can raise the individual values because now if I take my individual package, total will not be one. It will be 0.4, zero point 0.3 like this, depending upon what was the amount of cost involved in each of those packages. But I can raise each of them to a certain value, that is a recalculate value. So if I put it to 100, so each of them will be raised to 100. So if I save it and view report, so now you can see these are the 7 packages I have and then how each of the 7 packages will behave with respect to that progress. And we can monitor each of them separately and each of them is now raised to 200. I hope this is clear. Any feedback?
Yes, it is clear.
Yeah, it's clear. Okay. So this way it is helpful to understand. For example, you have a schedule and then you have a precedence activities which is governed. For example, you have some package issuance and then only after the issuance of package or an engineering deliverable is there. Then we have the material delivery is there. Then we have the execution is there. So unless until you have a proper S curves between these two, which has proper gap, that means one will not be sufficing the other. So this way you can see that you are creating a plan, but your precedence plans is not meeting your requirement or meet or will not help you to meet your gain requirement. So these types of flows we can easily identify using this method. Okay. Same we can do it for in terms of histograms also. If you separate it based on packages. Distribution. Okay, we can use distribution just to see in terms of man-hours. You can see different colors, one stacked over the other, how the packages will be consuming the resources what we have. So you can see this package is using the majority of the resources. So if you want to do any leveling on this, then we need to attack on this particular activity in order to pull it down. So these types of informations can be easily identified using this separate method. Uh, Then any other informations you want to do it with respect to P6. Now, if you want to convert this thing into a plan actual forecast, you can filter on those activities. For example, I'll take one for the 5p10. So these are the activities, and then I can change this thing into a commodity called the spools. And then I'll project the number of spools to be completed in terms of the dates, and I can use it as convert it in a plan actual forecast in a separate template itself, where in which I don't require all of the other items except from the items. I'll keep that one, and then I'll use it for the converting the whole template. So for that, you can use the duplicate template, and you can tick everything except this one, and you delete everything. So you have only these activities, you have the dates, you have the quantities, you can convert it into uh, plan actual forecast. You can convert it into, before converting it into plan actual forecast, you can also change it into, instead of months, you can change it into weeks, or you can even change it to daily also for for monitoring. So this way you are having a link between what is there in the P6 and you are having a link between what is there in Plan Excel for the detailed planning. So this method will help you in identifying what activities or how to update on the finish dates when you are updating the P6 on a monthly basis. So this is the enhancements we have done on this P6 interface, wherein which when we blend it into the Plan Excel, all the facilities can be used uh, to have a more fruitful integration or data exchange between P6 and Plan Excel. Then I'll show you one point. I am I'm almost running out of time. Is that okay? I can continue.
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
Okay. Now I'll show you the another important facility, wherein which I'll show you with respect to the sequence of activities, how it is affecting parallel activities, how Plan Excel can find that. For example, I'm taking plan this piping fit up and hydro testing, reinstatement, and RFC readiness and flushing. So these are the five activities in this particular schedule. I'm going to take them. Okay, I'm going to take them, all of them. I'm going to take it into Excel, and I'm going to create a summary out of it using the pivot tables, for which we are talking about the different packages. So we have the five packages. We are talking about the commodity, different commodities. Yes, we have different commodities. What we are going to see now. One is the piping, which will be the first one. Then we have the hydro test, then flushing, risk statement, and RFC. And we want the dates for each of them. So we have the start, we have the finish. Start, we can set it to minimum. We can start, we can finish date, we can set it to maximum. We change the date format. Yeah, now we have the dates for each of those stages against those packages. Now we can bring this thing into Plan Excel template again. So for that, we can create a new template for which we can define multiple dates. So one date is available with respect to the current start and finish. For the others, we can use the user defined columns. So I'm going to bring all of those columns. Okay, I don't require this, but let me keep it, create. Okay. Now these are the packages for me, and I will take one by one. So this is the piping. Uh, just bear with me. I'll just finish this. Okay, now I have all the required items here. So we can bring the date straightforward. Everything is all starting and finishing in the same order. So I will paste it here. Okay. And we have one total also that I can put in. Okay, so now we have the informations what we are looking for. So we are talking about the 7 packages what we need to execute. And now we need to see how they are interlinked. When you are seeing from the tabular form, it's very difficult to understand how it will be. Yes, you can definitely, but if you but it is a pictorial, it will be much helpful, right? So that is where we are going to bring the additional bars in planning cell. So we'll go to bars again, then we can start defining the bars. So we have defined the column heads there, so it is easy for us to pick it up one by one. So we'll have a start and finish for the fit up, for the hydro testing, start and finish. For the flushing, I'll just take only finish. Even the reinstall also, I'll take only finish. This is only for just showing you. Later, if you want to take both and then show, this is also possible. So this is this one, I put an up arrow. This is triangle down, and this is a block down. This is the top. Next, it's flush. So we can give different colors for each of those bars. Okay, already predefined colors are there. If you want to change any of those colors, you can do that. And also we can have effects. So for the time being, I'll put in off the effects, and I'll close it. So once I drag this, then it's a matter of only shift it's settings. Start. So once you have the calendar also, then you can click on this Gantt chart. This will show you the different bars. Now I'll increase the size of them. So this will tell you from the row height what is the position of those bars. So close and run again. So you can see the same type of column. So you can also again bring in the legend. Show legend, apply changes. So for each of those bars, what are these colors? This what is represented by this arrows? Everything can be shown in one location. So we can see from here itself on which date the packages are getting finished from the RFC point of view. Rather than seeing a date like this will give you a much more clear understanding, and also how many parallel activities we need to do. All these informations can be readily seen in one single page, or you can create summaries. The whole summary of a schedule we can create in one page using this method. So up to around 12 bars, we can define it like this now as additional. And this can be also used for defining any particular events when you are having a schedule and then you want to show saying that because of this event happened here, there was a delay. So for that representation as well, we can use this function. And apart from that, I believe I've touched upon most of the things, and we have a lot of other settings as well. We have touched upon all of this, mainly the distributions. Yes, there are so many other customizations we can do. We can live with only the balance values for distribution, because when you are doing for the full values and if it is already progressed, we cannot apply the curve IDs. But if you are applying the curve ID and then if you are going for only balanced distribution, this will be applied. So we have options for selecting only full values or balanced values. Then we can have in terms of activity duration or event durations alone. Then fixed values or distribution values, decimal values. how you want to see them. Then we can customize our plan actual forecast also. We have it open here. Settings, distributions. If you want to have a different color for them, then it will be easy for us to understand. So for formatting purpose, it will be helpful. You can also link it with Power BI for this plan actual forecast to have this curves, whatever we created to have it automated in the Power BI itself. That is also possible. Um, then we were talking about uh, yeah, calculate. We are not seeing much, but it is the same thing. It can calculate the earned values and planned values. It can be brought it into your reports. You can also do the calculation of forecast with respect to the productivity. We can have it based on the budget productivity, or that means based on how we are the budget has been done, or based on the current productivity, how we are facing with respect to the actuals you are spending, and then the progress you are gained. We can calculate the balance values. Then also we can have a defined balance value to say that this much amount is sufficient for us to complete that balance values. Then the balance value plus the actual value will become the forecast. So like that, we can do a lot of methods for forecasting the individual items. And this way we'll have a budget, actual and forecast for the cost. And this many errors, whatever we are feeling, the Plan Excel will capture. I'm planning to add one separate button for it to see the integrity in terms of inputs. Currently, if you run on a particular application, then only it will say that I'm going to combine all of them as a single tool. That also will be coming forward. Then we talked about all the calendars. We talked about the curves, the bar chart area customization. Then we can also add text near to the bar. Then we distribute. Then I believe I had covered most of the features. I'm not sure whether I was able to convey the full uh, message. Yes, Johnson.
Key performance index. Is there any chance of finding
Yeah,
out
the key
KPI?
performance index in the terms of SPIs or CPIs. Yes, this is available. For example, if you want to calculate the planned value on a particular cutoff date, as on date, then that feature is available. You can bring in that particular column. This column is specifically for the uh, this is related to the actual progress. Then we have the activity plan progress also. And these are two calculated fields. Activity plan progress is a calculated field based on the as on date. So if I'm putting an as on date of say 20, say 15th of March. Okay. And then if I do a calculations, then I can get this is the planned percentages based on the durations what we have. And we are not recorded any actuals, and that's why it is showing as zero. If I put an actual of 10% and 15%, then it will also roll up the progress onto the WPS based on the settings what you have given. So in the settings, current settings, in the calculate, we are setting the to calculate the progress roll up based on the OWF. So the OWF we already calculated here, and based on this roll up has happened and showing it on the oral. So this we can bring it into any reports to see what is the variance with respect to the plan versus the actual progress. And also we can use this thing for our calculation of the SPI or CPI. CPI we can use it based on the earned value. That once you have the budget in place, uh, yeah, budget here. Then we have got the budget. Let me So we have the budget values that we are trying to bring in here. So this is the total budget value. Since there's no change in the forecast, it is showing the same budget as well as the forecast. If I start putting the actuals and calculate, then it will change the value, because as of now we are showing it same on the productivity. That's why it's giving you the same value. But if you change it based on the balance values or something, then all this modified will be happening, and then we can calculate the earned values as well. That is also two separate columns we have. So this earned value will be calculated based on the planned progress and then the actual progress. So like this, we can calculate the full CPI and SPI as well. But that is a separate exercise has to be done. But it can be summarized here in Plan Excel. Yeah. Anything more? Yes, Prem.
Actually, thanks for organizing it. Thank you for organizing, and actually it was a good one, and we will utilize it, and we will come back to you. Already we have you are in the group, planner group, right? If you have any
I'm in the
doubt, I will
Planner
come back.
group. Yes, we also have I also created a separate group for it for the Plan Excel discussions, because I don't want to discuss Plan Excel in the main group, because people will get bored about it. So over it is using
I
it.
will
Hmm?
Please add our
I will
contacts
give
also, sir.
Yeah,
In a
definitely.
separate
I'll
group.
share. I'll share the group invite, and you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
join and you can ask whatever you want to understand, or if you have any suggestions on any particular feature, because I am still working on it. It's a continuous development item. I'm planning to bring in a lot of values more to it. So if you have any suggestions, you can suggest. If you think that anything is not working, you can also suggest that. So it's a work in progress, continuous improvement, you can say.
Yeah, it's very good, sir. Very good. And easily we can. Very nice.
Thank you.
Jagadish, sir.
we will work on it, Mr. Jagdish, and we will continue work on it. This what you call whatever the things you have given, it's a very clear example what we have to do, and we will work on it. And as you said, please send us invite, and we send us invite in the planner group, so that I can connect over there and we can develop it. Whatever the notes I have, I can clarify it with you.
Yeah,
By the way,
definitely.
thanks for your time.
Okay, great. Anyway, thank you for all of your attendance. If you have any further questions, we can close it. Otherwise, please ask if you have anything.